Hi planner friends, welcome back to From the Peanut Gallery. I'm going to do the Valentine's Day week spread with you all. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm going to be working with today. So I got this kit. It's a bi-monthly subscription that my sister gave to me for Christmas. So it's from Coco and Opal Design. So here's some full boxes, and then the second page. So I did put some foil overlays on it already, and those are from the sticker patch. Just so y'all know. And then I think I'm gonna pull in this bottom washi. Kind of wish I had like a light blue that I could maybe pair it with, but I kind of looked through all my stuff and I didn't really see anything that I was like super fond of. Like, I guess maybe I could try this. Let's see. I mean, that does kind of match there. So maybe we'll use both of these. One of these, we'll figure it out as we go. I'm thinking about using these foil boxes. They're red from the sticker patch, and then I'm going to be using some of these red foil bow overlays as well, which I've already started laying some out. And then these glitter headers are from Temp Loves Craft, I believe. They obviously are enjoying sticking to everything but what they're supposed to stick to. And then I just pulled some things that I'll probably need for this week. So the books will be from the scrappy box. And then I was thinking about maybe using some of this for the bottom or for the washi, but we'll see if I pull that in or not. So why don't we just go ahead and get started. All right, welcome to VoiceOver Sabrina, guys. I was going to do a talk through this video, but then it just ended up being too long. I was trying to figure out basically the positioning of everything. It was just, there was a lot of creativity going on. I think it ended up turning out, pretty good. It was, I think, there was potential for it to be better, but it wasn't terrible. Speaking of could be better but not terrible, I don't have my nails done in this video. I know. I need to have my nails look good for a particular day this week, and I'm going to be doing them myself. So in order to make sure that they look good for that day and don't chip before, scheduling wise, this is just what had to happen. But I was going to say next video my nails will be done. Potentially not, because I think I might film today and I'm not doing my nails until tomorrow. So we'll see. But yeah, they don't look terrible, but they're also not great. I did just have the previous manicure that y'all saw. That was on for a little while, and that was done professionally, and the one before that was done professionally, so my nails are basically, they're okay. I also didn't take them, I should have taken them off the right way, but instead, I just peeled them off, so, that's never good for your nails. So that's why they're just okay. There's actually pieces where I can still see the nail polish, so the struggles, y'all. All right. Anyways, moving on. I am sitting here doing my voiceover in the morning, having my cup of tea. If anyone's curious, which I feel is very doubtful, I am drinking a chai tea with some oat milk. Very tasty. And for others that are curious, I am using my Ember mug. So, yes. Moving on. My brain has been on one. Sorry if you guys hear like a spaceship taking off. That's just my other laptop. Don't mind it. I don't know what I was going to say because the spaceship distracted me. So I thought I would talk to you guys about some of the TV shows that I've been watching. One's a rewatch. And just kind of chat about that. So I had rewatched Pushing Daisies. I think it's really cute. I'm so sad that they didn't go on longer than 2 seasons. I mean, I'm sure I don't know what their reasonings were, but you could tell that they had a couple plot lines that they were trying to set up to go further, and then they kind of just had to end it. And I was very sad because I was like, well, what about Ned's dad? You guys keep mentioning that Ned's dad's around, but what about Ned's dad? Or how does life work now that oh my god, I forgot her name. What's the main character's name? Let me Google that real quick. I feel like I should know her name. I just watched it. Chuck. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Come on now. Yeah. I just, the things, they tried to tie up the loose ends, and they did the best they could with the amount of time they had, I'm sure. But it was cute. I wanted more seasons, but it's fine. I just rewatched the 2. I don't know why. I think I just happened to see that it was on. Oh, I think I happened to be thinking about it for some reason. It randomly popped in my head. And then I was like, there's all of these streaming services. Who has it? And HBO happened to have it. And I was like, cool, HBO. We're watching it. So I watched that. And then I've also been watching And Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City. I don't know what it's called for TV shows. Aftermath, sequel. I don't know what you would call it. Next chapter. I have no idea. But I've been watching that, which it's okay. It's not bad. I don't mind it. I know some people are hating on it. Works for me. I also it's not I watched Sex and the City when it was out, but I was also young. So I didn't actually watch all of it, and yeah. But I know the basic premise. I don't know if I've seen every episode, but whoever, I think what's her name? Miranda Hobbs or something like that? Miranda, the redhead. Yo, y'all, this is gonna be mean. I'm just gonna say this, forewarn you, this is gonna be kind of judgy and mean, and I know, but at the same time, it's just how I feel. And, I'm just gonna explain what it is, and, you can have your judgments on me, it's fine. This lady played Miranda in Sex and the City, and now she has And Just Like That she's in. I'm sure she was in other movies or TV shows or whatever in the in-between. I know she's in another show because I'm watching it, which we will segue into that next. But her teeth are gross. I don't know what it is, but they're not pretty at all. It's Zendaya, I don't know how to say her name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She got some real crooked teeth. Okay? Y'all make lots of money. There are so many options these days. Fix them. They don't look good. They don't look good, okay? There's Invisalign. You don't even have to wear braces like I did. Just fix them, okay? And I'm not saying that everybody needs to have perfectly straight teeth, but when they're that janky and that bad, y'all, it is an eyesore for me. It's so distracting. Okay, look, when other people have, like, in day-to-day life, when other people have crooked teeth, I just try not to look at it if it's, like, seriously bad, because it's distracting for me. But when I'm trying to watch a movie or a TV show and your, like, face is all up in my face because you're on the screen, it's hard for me not to look at it because they're there and I'm trying to watch a TV show. And I remember watching the Zendaya movie, and it's like, I think it's in black and white, maybe not. Maybe it just felt that way. Where it's just her and that other actor, and they're like a couple, and they're like in this like weird argument. I don't know what it was called, but I was very distracted throughout the whole movie because of her teeth. They were so distracting. I was like, I know this is supposed to be a very like emotional-ish type movie, but I'm getting pulled out of those emotions because of the fact that you have teeth that need to be fixed. Anyways, going back to whoever plays Miranda in And Just Like That, she also plays a character, one of the aunts in The Gilded Age, which is on HBO. And if you haven't seen or don't know what that show is, it's like way back in the day, New York, when I think things were being like just started and built and what have you. Like they got like horse and buggy going on in that show. Okay, I don't know what the time frame is, what era, what years. Don't ask me. I'm not a historian. Okay, history was not my thing. I mean, I did okay in history in school, but anyways, I don't know what the year is. Okay, but it's that time frame. It's when like old money and new money were like around each other, and like old money couldn't interact with new money because, you know, how terrible. I don't know. So anyways, that's essentially the premise of the show. I probably did a terrible job explaining what it is. My boyfriend and I are watching it. We enjoy it very much. And like I said, the character who plays Miranda in Sex and the City also plays one of the aunts in The Gilded Age. And so my boyfriend, knowing that I've been watching And Just Like That, was like, hey, isn't that chick from like Sex and the City? And I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, you know, she has some really nasty teeth. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, her teeth are like, they're gross, they're distracting, like I don't like them. And I told him, what did I tell him? Oh, I was like, they're really gross. I said, but I guess like they fit perfectly for this part because, you know, back in that day they didn't have, you know, good dental, or like, you know, they didn't have as much dental knowledge as they do now, and they couldn't, you know, fix teeth as well as they can these days. So I was like, yeah, I guess she fits into this role really well. Like it's just perfect for her. And he was like, that's really mean. I was like, yeah, I know, but I thought it was funny. I'm sorry if you guys thought that was too mean or too harsh. It probably was, but I'm not gonna lie, I think it's funny. And I might be a terrible person, okay? It's fine. Moving on. Yeah, so that's a really good show. It's on HBO. I know my mom would really enjoy it. It kind of has like, I think Downtown Abbey, Downton Abbey vibes. I don't know. I've been wanting to watch that show, but I haven't. I feel like I should. So maybe we'll go back and watch that show. But anyways, my mom would really like this show, but it's on HBO and she doesn't have HBO, so I don't know how to help her. Because I only have HBO because of my boyfriend and his family. Shout out to them for giving me HBO Max. But yeah, it's a good show. You should watch it. I've also been it's on Hulu. I watched Dollface. And I remember liking the first season. And I remember being like, oh yeah, like that seems like a good show. And I think it came out in like 2019. And I was like, oh, like this looks like an interesting, funny show. And I watched it like sometime last year. And, or maybe even like end of 2020. I don't know. Probably around that time frame. And I remember being like, oh, I kind of like this show. Like, it's a little weird, but, like, it's not bad, and I liked it. And then I was like, there's no second season. Cool. And then they finally came out with the second season, and I've been watching it. And I don't like it as much as I remember liking the first season. And I don't know why. I don't know if the first season was just better or if I'm just not into the show anymore. But I'm going to finish the season because I feel like I'm committed at this point, so I'm just going to watch it. I mean, it's not bad. I just don't, it's just not holding up to the standard I had in my brain for first season that had set. But there was a lot of time in between. So I was talking to my boyfriend about that, and I was like, why did it take so long for the second season to come out? And he's like, well, COVID. I was like, I get that, okay? Understood. But why was it like that's it came out in 2019. So you're telling me that like they couldn't have filmed, like other shows came out during COVID. Like, and by during COVID I meant like after COVID had started and been a thing, and then they finally went back into the studio and started filming again. I don't know. It just seemed like too long of a period for me. But yeah, it's okay. They have this like they have I don't know any actress's name. So the girl who played Max in Two Broke Girls, which I really like that show. I think that was a funny show. I really enjoyed it. Shane did not. I don't think he likes it very much, but that's fine. I really enjoyed it. So the girl who plays Max in that show plays the main character in Dollface, which was one of the reasons why I watched it, because I was like, I really liked her in this other show, so like I'm interested to see what happens in this show. So yeah, so I've been watching that, and then I've also been watching, which I must say, like I've been watching a lot of TV. I feel like I don't usually watch this much, or at least at once either. I'm usually just like one show at a time. But I've also been watching Schitt's Creek because everybody went on about how good it was and how they loved, what's his name? Daniel Levy? Is that his name? Anyways, everybody was going on about him. They like he was like hosting things and doing things and like all of the stuff. So I decided to finally just sit down and watch it, and I was like, okay, this I feel like is going to be one of those shows that I like originally thought I wasn't going to like, and then the more that I watch it, the more that I like it, which kind of happened with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I feel like there was another show that happened with, but I can't recall it off the top of my head right now. So I'm on season 2 now. It's growing on me. I was talking to Shane, and he was like, oh, like, how are you liking it? I was like, oh, it's getting better. Like, I think I kind of like it. And I told him, I was like, guess who my favorite character is? And he was like, David. And I was like, no, like, he's cool, and he's not bad. Like, I don't mind him. But who's my favorite character? Come on now, this is an easy question. And then he was like, oh, duh. And he was like, Stevie. And I was like, yes, I love her. I love her dryness. I love her sarcasm. I love that she's like, these people are utterly absurd and over the top, and I'm just gonna like mess with them and just do whatever. And like, it's so funny. It's so funny. I love her. I love every scene she's in. And every time her and David like have an interaction and conversation, it makes me very happy. It's fantastic. I love it. She is me. She's like, I picked this job because I didn't have to do anything and I really like my alone time and it's great. Like, please don't interrupt it and like ruin this for me. And she just like, she's so funny. Like, I love it so much. Yeah, I have some of those vibes, okay? I have a complicated relationship where like I love people and hate people at the same time. It's confusing, I know. See, the thing is I like to be a social person and interact and talk with people and like meet new people, but I'm also like, my tolerance for some people and some things is not very high. So it's struggle bus, you know. I don't know what to tell you. Another character that I can relate to, that also kind of reminds me of like, that has like Stevie vibes and stuff, is April Ludgate from Parks and Recreation. I had been told multiple times over and over again, everybody was like, you remind me of April Ludgate, like you kind of look like her and like your personality's like her. And I was like, I have no idea who you're talking about, but that's cool. And they're like, from Parks and Rec. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I know that that's a show, but I don't watch it. So because so many people told me that I reminded them of her, and because my boyfriend Shane had got me, what are they called? Pop dolls? Those like pop doll things in the boxes, and they're like stumpy and big headed. Yeah, those. He got me one of those, which I keep in my office at work. He got me one of those as well, and I was like, okay, I feel like I have to watch this show and understand what people are talking about and what they're saying, because I have no idea who this character is and like who they're like. Is it supposed to be a good thing that they're comparing me to her? Is it a bad thing? Like, I have no idea. So I started watching it, ended up loving the show, and I was like, oh yes, I am April Ludgate. If you think it's a bad thing, that's fine. That's your opinion. I think it's hilarious and I love it because April Ludgate cares. She cares, but she also just doesn't care. And that, my dear friends, that's me. I care, but I also don't care. You know, it's complicated. It's complicated. We want to help, but we also don't want to help. Depends on who you are and how we feel about you. I actually think, and please comment down below and correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't the series, and sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this, doesn't the series end with her like finding like a job outside of like the Parks and Rec department, and doesn't she end up becoming like a career counselor, like something like that, a career advisor? I think she does. I feel like I'm potentially gonna Google this right now. April Ludgate career. I don't know if that's the right way to do that. April Ludgate ending. Final job. There we go. In order to remain close to Andy, Ron's assistant. No. Town hall. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she just goes to figure out what she wants to do. I don't know. Like I said, comment down below, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought she became like a career advisor person at the end of the series. But maybe she just goes to them to figure out what she wants to do with her life. But yeah, in the event that she does become a career advisor, again, April Ludgate and I are the same. That is the job that I would like to have one day. Would love to help, specifically for me, would love to help college students navigate into the workforce and work in a career center at a university. So I'm just going to say that April Ludgate and I are one and the same, and I'm okay with being compared to her and being told that I remind people of her because she is my twin and we're fine. I know Aubrey Plaza is a bit of an interesting character in general, like the actual actress person, and I think it's kind of funny. So, yes, Let's see. What else can I tell you guys? Because those are the shows that I've been watching. I think that's everything. I did watch a movie on Sunday. I was trying to find like a cute romance movie that I wanted to watch. And I chose Netflix, and I ended up watching Good Luck Chuck, which I don't know how much of a romance it was, because there was some jokes in there that I know were supposed to be funny, and I was just not that entertained with it. So maybe we have to do a better job and try and find another romance for us to watch. Like, rom-coms are good. Like, The Proposal, isn't that technically a rom-com? I liked that one. And I can't think of other movies because I don't watch that many. Which means that I should probably be able to think of a few. I do watch, like, to All the Boys I've Loved before. I watched those. I really liked the first movie. I didn't read on my other books. I really liked the first movie, but I didn't necessarily like the sequels. What else have I watched? Oh, I've been watching that, like, I don't know what it is. I think it's a book too. It's a little 50 Shades of Grey-ish, and I don't think I like it very much. It's like After and like We Collided, or After We Collided, or like, what is that called? And I'm just like, After We Fell, like, I guess it's called After. It's a film series and a novel. It's a little weird. I don't know if I suggest it. I feel like I need to know how it ends, so like I've watched all the movies, and it seems like there's another one to come out still, but I don't know. It's interesting for sure. I'm trying to think of other. I usually like I kind of like the Hallmark ones. Sometimes I have to be in the right mood for it though, because they can be a bit too cheesy. But yeah, those are fun. I was trying to look for something like that I hadn't watched before on Netflix, and I didn't like do a deep dive search. I just kind of was trying to do general, like, whatever, and I ended up on Good Luck Chuck. So I was like, oh, Jessica Alba's in this. Like, how bad could this be? And then I was like, oh, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it also wasn't what I wanted. But it's fine. Anyways, as you can see, this spread ended up with lots of like blues and greens in it. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not gonna lie, I am contemplating on going in and like maybe putting in those foiled red boxes that you saw at the beginning, and like taking up some of the stickers, but I'm also not that committed to doing that, so we'll probably just leave it as is, and just hope that it works out fine. Maybe like some of the, I can pull in like icons or character stickers and bring a little bit more of the pinks and the reds out. But that paper, the sticker paper from Coco and Opal, was very thin, and like that was nice. And with the constant repositioning of things, it actually came up pretty nicely as well too. But I'm not going to give full credit to Coco and Opal, even though they did a great job. I'm going to give some of the credit to the paper that's used in the sticker kit planner, because that's some good paper. Some of the other planners I have aren't the same. But anyways, I'm coming to a close here. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get a reminder and a notification of when I post. I do post videos every Tuesday, different planner, sometimes books. It'll be an adventure as we continue to go along. And then also, I feel like there was something else I was supposed to tell you guys. Oh, if you ever want to see after the pen spreads, check out my Instagram. The handle is spelled the same as my YouTube channel, so it's From the Peanut Gallery. That's PNUT. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a good one.